What's up everybody? We have some exciting news, hopefully exciting news today. Com2us is going to be buffing Rune drop rates. Ooh. Let's see what that's all about. We got a new developers note. If you just go there to developers note and Hall of Heroes and Rune drop. Oh, Hall of Heroes too. Hall of Heroes as well. Greetings from Com2us. Today we'd like to share with you some that's what they sound like. Some information about Hall of Heroes and Rune drop improvements. We've been getting lots of opinions on how these two systems, What they really mean is, we've been getting a lot of hate mail, so we had to change something, because everyone keeps sending us hate mail. Everyone keeps complaining. With regard to Hall of Heroes, do people really complain about Hall of Heroes that much? Like, I think newer players complain about it's hard for them to farm. Okay, with regard to Hall of Heroes, we believe that the system is causing a lot of stress upon players because it requires long, repetitive gameplays. I don't understand this, right? Requires long, repetitive gameplays. That is all of Summoner's War requires long, repetitive gameplays. That's not any different than the rest of the game. Giants, Dragons, Necropolis, Hall of Magic, everything requires long, repetitive game. Farming food, all that is long and repetitive. The Hall of Heroes isn't anything different than that. It's long and repetitive for like 3 days, and then that's it, and then you wait a month, and then it's more long and repetitive for another 3 days. It's not that I don't think it's that crazy. I think the repetitive thing is like doing Giants for 10 hours a day. That's repetitive, man. That's the repetitive part. Like, Giants again, another 4-star flat rune, yay. Also, farming the runes lack accessibility, and we are aware that rune farming is difficult, especially in the beginning. Rune farming is just always, that's how you made the game though. They made the game like that on purpose. I don't understand. That's been that for years. Now they're trying to be nice? Okay. Although it might be risky to bring these modifications to the game, we decided that these improvements would be good for the game in the long term. We aim to apply these changes in the game in January 2017. I wouldn't be... Well, I don't know. They could. January is very vague. I mean, it could be beginning of January, it could be late January. I would assume late January. Gives people something to look forward to, keep them excited, and then just push back until the very latest possible. Or maybe I think these Hall of Heroes will be changes will be implemented in the next Hall of Heroes. I forgot when that's gonna be, like 2 weeks or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so Hall of Heroes improvement, but I think that the rune changes might get... I don't know, maybe they'll put those in at the same time. Total number of floors in the Hall of Heroes will be changed from 3 to 10. So instead of normal, medium, and hard, it's going to be 10 floors. Difficulty will increase as the players reach higher floors. We got it, okay, standard. Required energy will be 10 energy for each floor. 25 summoning pieces as a clear for all 10 floors. Okay, may not re-enter a floor. May not re-enter the floor you've already cleared. So this is a one-shot thing. This is like TOA. This is like TOA, guys. This is how you have to think about this. This is like TOA. You can get a total of 250 summoning pieces when you clear all 10 floors. Others will remain the same as the existing Hall of Heroes. Please refer to the chart for the summary. Okay, so what does this mean? Too long, didn't read. This means that you only have to do each floor once. You do Hall of Heroes instead of grinding it all weekend. It's going to be... You do 10 floors. You can do it like TOA. You can just manual it, and you can nuke until the point where you can't nuke. I think this is how it's really going to be played. You're going to be using TOA teams for this now, because it's basically TOA now. It's a TOA that gives you summoning pieces after every floor. The cool thing about it is, if you're a noob and you can only do 2 floors, you still get that monster. You still get that monster. You don't have to worry about like not being able to do. You have that monster easily. The thing that sucks is for players like me who are willing to grind and get like 10 or 15 of a thing just in case you want to like skill up your other monsters. And you're not going to be able to do that anymore, right? So you're only able to get, but it's gonna be a quick thing. You're gonna be in and out of Hall of Heroes pretty fast. You're not gonna have to do it all weekend. You're not gonna have to spend a whole day doing it. It's gonna be like, if it's difficult for you, it's gonna be a couple hours. If it's easy for you, then you can just auto the whole thing and you can be done in like 2 hours or whatever. That's my estimated time. I don't know if it's gonna actually be that, but I would guesstimate that that's gonna be something like that. But it's gonna be nice, because then you're gonna be Able to go back to grinding giants and dragons, just like always, instead of grinding Hall of Heroes. The whole thing is a grind. The whole thing is a grind. You're just gonna be grinding something else now. But it is capped, so you're only able to do 250 summoning pieces, which is 5. It's 50, right? Is it 50 to get the? Yeah, it's. I think it's. I don't remember, guys. I don't know. I don't remember. You're only gonna be able to do 5 of that monster. All right. So that's the bummer thing, but it's gonna save a lot of time, which is nice, and it's gonna be really nice for new players that can only maybe do 2 floors, but they really want the monster still, right? So that's cool. What we're most concerned about is there's a limit to the total number of summoning pieces, so they had to test the content multiple times. I think that's good. We'll see. We'll see. It doesn't seem bad. It seems good. We modified the system based on statistics, such as the amount of some. Okay, so it looks like they were looking at how many stages people were usually clearing, like mid-game, late-game players were actually how many summoning pieces they were actually getting on average, and then that's what they used to figure out how many they wanted to do and where they wanted to cap it. All right. So that's pretty cool. It's like it's a Hall of Heroes Trial of Ascension, really. That's how you have to think about it. So, the earlier game players might be able to complete 10 since they don't have to auto it, since they just manual it. They might be able to go pretty high and not worry about it too much. And then of course, I mean, everyone's gonna be able to. It kind of levels the playing field a little bit instead of people that are like pay to play being able to get 15 monsters and then free to play being able to get like not even 1. So it kind of makes it, there's a little bit more middle ground, making it a little bit more equal. I think you guys complain about like, oh, pay to play, pay to win, pay to win, pay to win. This is it seems like this is not pay to win. It seems like this is a little bit against pay to win. It's trying to make it better for free to play players. And then what do we have here? Rune drop improvement rates. Oh my god, I'm parched, man. Milk, it does the body good. Breast milk, that's good. No, it's not. But I wish it was. Alright, so first floor 1-star rune, 7th floor 3-star rune, 10th floor 4-star runes will no longer be dropped in Chaos Dungeon. Okay, so that means anyone farming B10, because most of you are farming B10, no more 4 stars. Great. 7th floor, no more 3 stars. Great. Because I'm not doing Dragons B10 on 2 of my alt accounts. So that's nice. At least no more 3 stars. Thank you. First floor. How many people are grinding first floor though? Really? How many people? Like one, and you don't need it. You can do this. If you can do the first one, you can do the second one. All right. For example, only 5 to 6 star runes will be dropped instead of 4 star runes in the 10th floor of Giants, Dragons, Necropolis, which is great. 3, 4, 5 star normal. Oh, hold on. We missed something. The drop rate of higher grade runes will be increased by the amount of the drop rate of the removed runes. So they're not going to make the runes drop more or less. They're just going to say, we're taking the 4 stars out and we're moving the 5 and 6 stars. You're going to get the same amount of runes per day, but they're going to be 5 and 6 stars instead of 4, 5, and 6, which is nice. But it doesn't mean that you're going to start getting these 6-star legendary hero grade runes like violent speed on slot 2 with like crit damage, crit rate attack subs. Like, that doesn't mean that that's the rune you're gonna get. That just means, I mean, it could be a 5-star flat defense on slot 2 with resistance and flat HP. So it doesn't mean that the rune value overall is just, we're just gonna give you more 5 and 6 stars. So yeah, so it's gonna be better. Yeah, like if you found like a 4-star rune, if you're like doing B10 and you get like this legendary 4-star rune, you're like, oh my god, why couldn't it be a 5 or 6 star, like a legendary 4-star HP rune, violent HP slot 4, like speed, crit damage, crit rate, defense, or something like that. You're like, why couldn't it be a 5 or 6 star? Now it is going to be a 5 or 6 star. So that does definitely help. The drop rate of 6-star runes will be removed in Chaos Dungeon 6 for wow. I think, okay, I kind of understand that. because you were able to get legendary and rare and hero grade 6-star runes starting in the 6th floor. I know I said this many times over the past like 2 years. No one ever listens when I say that. Like, guys, you can still get 6-star runes from like Giants B6, Dragons B6. You're like, no, you can't. And then I show you guys like pictures of it, like pictures of these awesome runes from B6 and B7, and you're like, no. Like, okay. So you don't have to grind B10. It's just B10 is better, right? B10 will give you more of them more often. It's still rare either way. It's still really hard to get them. But now you can't do that. Now you have to at least do B7. You can't get 6-star. You can't get legendary 6-star runes from B6 anymore. Wow, wow. Too bad, so sad. And then let's see. 3, 4, 5-star normal magic grade runes will now be dropped in normal hard hell mode of the scenario. I think the drop rate will remain the same, and only the star grade of the runes dropped in scenario and Chaos Dungeon will increase. Right. Okay. So what they're referring to, I think, is, let's go here. Right, so here, from 6, not from 6, from part 7, Treachery, like the boss stage, right, you were able to get, in Hell mode, you were able to get up to rare 5-star runes before. You can get, that's the blue ones. For your new players, it's the blue ones. So you were able to get the blue runes with 2 subs before, so you get pretty decent rune sets just by doing that. But for 1 through 6, of course, each one corresponds to a different thing. On like the first one, you get a slot 1 rune. The second one, you get a slot 2 rune. The third one, you get a slot 3 rune. So that's still the case. But now you're gonna at least be able to get 5-star runes from there. At least they're magic grade. They're not gonna be rare like the boss. The boss is still gonna have the rare ones, the blue ones with the 2 substats when you first get them. But you're at least gonna get the magic, the green ones from these 1 through 6. That's what I'm seeing. That's what that looks like. That means. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Let's see. Rune drop. So that's good for new players, right? That's good for new players, cause now, when you really want, I mean, you could still get some decent speed on a Bernard by just doing, like, Mount Size Hell. That's Mount Size, right? Wait, which one is Mount Size again? Mount White Ragon. Mount Size is the other one. Mount Size is the Fatal Runes. So you could still get some decent speed on a Bernard from there. You really can. I mean, you have to get lucky, but you really can. For a new player, anyway. Let's see. But you can get plus 15 on... Think about it that way. If you're doing the boss. If you're doing the boss. You can get plus 15 on each rune. Right? If it's a blue rune, if it's a rare rune, you can get 5 speed, and then you can roll speed again twice. So you can get 15, and you can get a 39. You can get a max 5-star. Speed is 39. So hold on, let me get a calculator. Let me get that calculator. 15 times 5 equals plus 39. So you can still... That's not right. What did I do wrong? 15 times 5 runes. 75 plus 39. 114. You can get plus 114 speed on Bernard just by doing, not even stepping into Chaos Dungeon. That's not bad. That is not bad. Okay, so then we have... okay, so the X's on this first chart are the runes that don't drop from those levels, right? Like, 1-star runes do not drop from hard or hell. 2-star runes do not drop from hell. 5-star runes do not drop from normal or hard, right? The zeros are the ones that do drop, and the ones in red are the new changes. So now normal, 3-star runes are going to be available in normal now. That's why it's a red, because it's a new change. Same thing with the 4-star in the hell, and 5-star in 4-star in hard, and 5-star in hell. So those are opened up. The bosses, you've always been able to get 5 stars in the bosses. Now you're going to be able... Looks like you're going to be able to get them in the other parts as well now. Okay, now we have rune drop intro. Like I said, the red ones are the changes. So you're not gonna be able to get 1-star runes from first floor. This is just good overall. You know, the more the gray boxes fill up on the bottom left-hand side, the better it is, right? So that's what you want. Can you see? Oh, you can't see the cursor. But on the bottom left, the more the gray starts to push push all the white stuff, the white zeros, then we want those whites out. I mean, no, wait, what? We want the more it pushes, the more the bottom left-hand side pushes on this chart, the better it is for your rune drops in general. And then the more stuff opens up on the top right, the better as well. The better for early game players, anyway. Nice. We're trying to make rune farming and rune setup easier in the beginning of the game by dropping higher grade runes in the scenario and increasing the accessibility in general by increasing drop rate of higher grade runes in Chaos Dungeon. We'll keep monitoring the game. We'll keep reading your hate mail and adjust the rune drop rate when we have to. That's what it means. That's it for today. We still believe that there's a lot of content left to be improved and modified in the game. Thank you for all your comments and concerns. Thank you for all the hate mail you've given. Hearts XOXO Com2us. Alright, so all in all, good improvements. Kind of crappy if you're farming, if you're like mid-game, like early, not mid-game, if you're like kind of early game but not too early game where you're like farming B6 of things, like you've been playing like longer than a week but you're still like haven't been playing for a year yet, and you're doing like floor 6 of things and you're like, I get some 6-star runes sometimes. Not anymore. So there's that, but at least this is really nice, basically, for newer players. Especially these, we'll see if it makes a big impact, but at least this Hall of Heroes thing is a huge change. It's a huge change to Hall of Heroes. It's not going to take forever anymore. Now it's going to be super easy, and it's going to be like TOA. It's basically what it means. It's going to be like TOA, but you get 5 4-stars instead of anything else. So that's not bad. That's not bad. It's a definite, like, you definitely want to run it. You only have to you only run it once, right? But it's definitely something super easy, and you get, even if you don't want it, it's super easy food. Even if you don't want the monsters. So I think it's a no-brainer that you run it the entire thing. No-brainer. And 50 free crystals too. So that's not bad. Not bad. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, let me know what you guys think about it. I think this is just better for free-to-play players, kind of evening the playing field. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. And then just better for closing the gap between people that have OP runes and people that have crappy runes. OP versus crappy. So anyway, that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I will see you as always in the next video.